I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A construction worker gets a serious electrical shock. Tony Magoo reports.
Flagler County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a construction site late last week and found a 40-year-old Israel Hernandez laying on the ground in wet concrete after being electrocuted. The man was alert and conscious, but he was confused, according to police reports. Hernandez had been shocked by a fallen power line after the boom arm of a mixer truck pouring concrete got too close to overhead wires, which arced and caused the live electrical wires to break and fall to the ground. Hernandez, one of the workers paving the concrete, was standing beneath the wires when they fell. The jolt entered at his chest and exited out his right foot. Hernandez sustained electrical burns in both areas, but was expected to survive, according to reports. Paramedics airlifted him to Halifax Health Medical Center in Daytona Beach in stable condition. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
It's nearly 2021, so what of Palm Coast's Prosperity 2021 project?
Current Mayor Melissa Holland was not the mayor nor on the city council then, but was with the county. She said she was aware of the city's projects to look into its future to see what it would need. Holland said the Prosperity 2021 document was created during the recession, so the city had to ask important questions.
How do we focus on the older neighborhoods? How do we keep alignment with ensuring that our quality of life does not diminish during these times of struggle economically? How do we maintain our workforce internally? How do we create succession plans for our infrastructure needs?
Holland said those questions back in the day were very forward-thinking and helped to make Palm Coast what it is today. You can hear the entire interview on the Free for All Friday podcast. You can find that at the Flagler Radio app. Download the Flagler Radio app today. Tomorrow, Palm Coast Infrastructure. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Flagler County's former sheriff is among those seeking an appointment to the bench. John Arking has more.
Former Flagler County Sheriff Jim Manfrey was among 22 people who filed by the Friday deadline to fill a new county judge seat. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis will make the appointment from a list of 3 to 6 finalists. Manfrey, a longtime Democrat, served 2 separate terms as Flagler County Sheriff before losing the Democratic primary in 2016. Republican Rick Staley then went on to win the race that November. Despite that, Manfrey says he has had no party affiliation for the last year and a half, and he feels his experience as both an attorney and sheriff would make him an excellent candidate for judge. As for the public reprimand, censure, and $2,600 fine he received in 2016 from the Florida Commission on Ethics, Manfrey says that was a political prosecution, and he feels they weren't based on the facts. He's not the only candidate seeking an appointment with a troubled past. Stephen De La Rouge has also filed to become the county's second judge. He resigned as a Volusia County judge in 2007 after being investigated by the Judicial Qualifications Commission for fixing traffic tickets. If Governor DeSantis makes his choice before the November election, that person would need to run for the seat in 2020. If he waits until after the November election, which is expected, then the candidate would not need to seek election to the bench until 2022. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
More Flagler County students are getting college and career ready. The number of students taking advantage of dual enrollment opportunities at neighboring colleges has more than doubled, according to the school district. The district says 588 students took dual enrollment classes, compared to 289 students in 2015. But the number of students taking AP and International Baccalaureate classes hasn't risen by nearly as much. Those numbers are up to 722 from 661. Flagler School Board members heard the numbers at a recent presentation on equity as the district aims to close its achievement gap. While the Hispanic population grows, the district saw a decrease in Hispanic students taking advanced courses, dropping to 38% from 46%. They haven't tied the decrease to any specific factors, but say the growing Hispanic population represents a need for more Hispanic teachers. Several members of the Flagler County Sheriff's Office were recognized for their contributions at a recent quarterly awards ceremony. Ashley Hicks was named Employee of the Month in April and received the Life Saving Award. On April 30th, the sheriff says she saw smoke coming from a home and called 911, but she didn't wait for help to arrive. Instead, she ran to the house to help people and animals get to safety. Deputy Troy Cavis and K-9 Barrow were named May Employee of the Month for arresting 2 suspects and removing deadly drugs from the community. In June, Communications Specialist Danielle Brown took home the honor. Brown answered a call for a suicide and attempted murder Deputies say her professionalism helped the victim stay calm until help could arrive. All employees of the month received a plaque and a $250 donation in their name to the Flagler Sheriff's Employee Assistance Trust Fund. Several other certificates of commendation were also awarded for bravery and life-saving efforts. Flagler County's K-9 unit also got some statewide recognition. They received a letter from Governor Ron DeSantis thanking them for their efforts to come together to work with the Gold Star family of fallen officer Lucas Stafford. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.